A 1-2 punch aimed at the world's largest telecom equipment maker. U.S. President Donald Trump on Wednesday banned China's Huawei and 70 of its affiliates from buying vital U.S. technology without special approval. Huawei is seen as a national champion in China, generating $93 billion in revenue last year. But the ban is bad news for the company's outlook. China responded on Thursday, saying it would take the necessary measures to protect the rights of its businesses.
The first measure, which would essentially prevent Huawei from supplying equipment to U.S. telecommunications networks, was pretty much expected. The second, which would prevent Huawei from buying sensitive components from U.S. suppliers, is potentially much more damaging to the company.
The ban was announced shortly after Trump signed an executive order barring U.S. firms from using telecoms gear made by companies that pose a national security risk. And while the order didn't name any specific companies, U.S. officials have previously labeled Huawei a threat. Together, the two moves mark a major escalation in Washington's worldwide campaign against Huawei, sparked by fears that its phones and network equipment could be used by Beijing to spy on Americans. The Chinese telecom giant responded to Washington's latest moves, saying it was, quote, ready and willing to engage with the U.S. government to ensure product security. But it also sounded a warning that restricting Huawei from doing business in the U.S. will not make the U.S. more secure or stronger, and will leave the U.S. lagging behind in 5G deployment. The Trump administration's Huawei crackdown follows another round of tit-for-tat tariffs between the world's two largest economies.
Washington and Beijing had appeared close to reaching a resolution to their ongoing tariff war, but just when it seemed that there might be an agreement reached, instead President Trump escalated tariffs on Chinese imports, and China responded in kind. So we don't yet know when talks will resume.
Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin on Wednesday said he planned to visit China soon, saying, quote, there's still a lot of work to do.